Hi, everyone. Welcome to this month's Confident English Spotlight. I'm Annemarie with Speak Confident English. Whether you've been following me for a long time or you're just joining me, I want to remind you that every month in 2018, I'm interviewing a woman in the Speak Confident English community. It's my opportunity to shine a spotlight on someone who's doing something amazing, whether it's success in their job and career, doing some interesting travel, volunteering, maybe all of those things. And they've also come huge challenges in their English. So this month, I'm interviewing Iryna, and I'm excited for you to get to know her. So Iryna, I want to start with the first question. Would you tell us just a little bit about you, where you're from, and something that you love about your city or culture?
Thank you, Annemarie. Hello, everyone. So originally, I'm from Ukraine. I was born in Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, and have been living here all my life. Kiev is one of the largest cities in Eastern Europe and was founded in 482 AD. And this year, Kiev celebrated 1,536 years.
Wow.
Therefore, I love to visit in Kiev all places connected to his history. For example, St. Sophia Cathedral, Kievo-Pecherska Lavra, Andriivsky Uзвіз, Golden Gate, and many other great different places. Moreover, Kiev is a green city with numerous large and small parks. And the most popular tree in Kiev is chestnut.
I can totally agree with that, because I think it was a year and a half ago I got to visit Kiev and visit so many of those historical places, the cathedrals. It's incredible. It's such a beautiful, beautiful city. So if I go back to Kiev, or if someone is visiting Kiev for the first time, what is one thing they absolutely must do or eat or experience, in your opinion?
Yes, if you visit in Kiev, you should go to Andriivsky Uзвіз Street, and there you could see and to buy, if you want, a lot of interesting and authentic things. For example, Ukrainian embroidery, weaving, and lace makings that are used in traditional folk dress and in traditional celebrations, especially weddings.
Wow.
Yes, and what else should you do to eat, to try Ukrainian borscht? It's a red soup made of beetroots, with meat, with garlic, with sour cream. And to try vareniki, boiled dumplings with mushrooms, with potato, cottage cheese, or berries. And mostly Ukrainian traditional cuisine is very delicious. And also I want to add that if you visit Kiev during Easter holidays, you would see the tradition of Easter egg named pisanki, and you could surprisingly discover your own talent to draw the egg.
Wow.
Yes, and you could try the traditional Ukrainian Easter bread called paska.
Very good. I definitely love borscht, and I love vareniki. And there's something else, I don't know the word that you use for it, but when you stuff cabbage rolls, so you might use a mixture of rice and meat inside a big cabbage leaf and you roll it. What's that called?
Голубці.
Okay, I also love that very much. It's very good. So tell us a little bit about how you spend your free time. What do you do for fun?
Actually, I love to spend my free time with my family because I have no a lot of spend a lot of free time. I love to go for a walk to the park, and especially we like to go to our parents in suburb. Personally, I found of reading books, especially of psychology, and I keen on knitting and crochet. I prefer the natural yarns and individual approach. Therefore, I like to create for my family clothes by myself.
Wow. So do you knit and crochet sweaters and socks?
Yeah,
And
yes,
that's amazing.
Yes, almost all autumn and winter clothes made by me.
Wow, that's so cool. I didn't know that. I learned something new about you today. That's really awesome. So you spend your free time mostly with your family. You have some hobbies for the like knitting and crocheting. You mentioned books that you like, mostly about psychology. So tell us a little bit about your job, your profession.
I graduated from National Medical University, and I have been working as medical doctor, child psychiatrist for about 9 years. And then I started my career in clinical research area. And it was a very challenging period in my life because there was not any special university or special courses where you could get knowledge about clinical research. But this area, clinical trials, a very dynamic and rapidly growing area, and combines all that I love to do. I'm very excited when I see results of my job, when I understand that my contribution are made in a particular drug development, in particular human. And I love to help people to be more healthy and effective.
Right. What do you think has helped you be really successful in your career? Because you have definitely climbed the career ladder. You've reached higher levels in your career. Now you're traveling a lot for your work as well and advising others. So what do you think has helped you be really successful?
Annemarie, I deeply believe that everyone wants to be successful. And everyone has own strengths and weaknesses, and I'm the same human as others, and have also fears and concerns. But I really want to be successful, and to be in strong position and successful in my current profession. Means to be highly motivated, self-organized, positive, goal-oriented, and very stress-resistant person.
Right. Okay.
And it's not easy sometimes to respect all these competencies. And also, I continue to work under my communication skills, both in native languages, in Ukrainian, Russian, and in English especially.
I love what you said, that you have this drive, this motivation to be successful, but I think there must be something else about you too, because it's one thing to have the motivation, but then you actually have to make difficult decisions or do hard work, commit to things. So the drive, the motivation is important, but I think you have an extra strength where you must be very disciplined about doing what you need to do to be successful and working really hard. I think that must be another strength that you have.
Yes, I think it's a goal oriented, and because actually I passionate on goal settings, and I try to do all that I planned earlier. Maybe it's one of the secret, I don't know, but sometimes it's very hard.
That's true. That's true. So one of the things, the reason I got to know you is you joined Fluency School, and one of the things that you started to do is to travel internationally for your job. So tell us a little bit about how you use English at work.
However, I live in Ukraine. In clinical research, it's a international area. So all communication, emails, phone calls, teleconferences, face-to-face meeting, all documentation are in English.
Mm-hmm.
And also sometimes I need to help investigators during the meetings to understand all information. And in these cases, I work as translator other.
Mm-hmm. That's a completely different skill set. It's really challenging to translate and to be able to do it in the moment. That's really difficult. How has that process been for you? Has that been easy to listen to someone in Ukrainian and Russian and then find the right words in English?
It's not easy. Absolutely not easy. That is why I continue to learn English day by day, because yes. But some investigators have a less knowledge of English, but should understand everything. So I had no choice.
Yeah, good. So you have, as you said, you've worked really hard to overcome some challenges in English. Can you tell us a little bit about what challenges you had in English? For example, if you think about a year ago or 2 years ago, what were some of the challenges you had? And what have you done to overcome those challenges? What has helped you?
Previously, I also traveling to other countries, mostly to attend meetings and trainings. But at the beginning of this year, I was offered to a new opportunity. And but I understood that I will need to communicate with many people in different countries, not only to resolve my own issue, but basically to resolve their problems. But also I completely understand that my English is not enough for this role, and especially I was struggled in speaking. But I deeply believe that when the person are ready to work hard, to change yourself, the universe will get this chance, will show the way, and help to meet with the best people. You only need to decide. And the such way to success was Fluency School for me. And you, Annemarie, thank you very much. Because I complete Fluency School in April this year, and after this course it has changed my life. Not only English skills, but also my personality. I became more confident, brave, and I felt like I won competition between previous me and future me.
I love that. That's so cool. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, and but honestly, I have many concerns, and I also had many times feeling that I want to miss lessons, to omit some tasks. I was tired sometimes and even exhausted in my job and from routine duties at home. I think many moms understand me. And sometimes I said myself, it's better to rest, you will be success, but later it's okay. But I think the secret of Fluency School is incredible community, constant support and encouraging. And for me, it was the main driving force.
Yeah.
It helped me to not to stop and to go and I felt that I had responsibility not only for me but also for other students to support and encourage them.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely, I think that's a huge component of Fluency School that really helps everyone be successful, is you do have this group that is committed to each other and committed to achieving their goal together. And it really does help for those days when you feel tired, you haven't slept, you have things to do, your child is sick, there's work, there's dishes to clean, there's so many things to do, but it does help you stay focused on that goal and to show up, come to class, and become much more successful, gain that confidence, and feel brave in English, like you said, which I think is just so cool. I love the way that you describe that. It's really wonderful. So I'm curious, because we will share this interview publicly. There will be other people that will watch this. And there are a lot of women who feel like, that's great. Iryna is lucky. She has a special skill, but I can't do it. It's too hard for me. I'm not good at learning English, or I understand English, but I can't speak it. I'll never be able to do this. What would you say to someone who feels like that?
Let me tell a brief story about me.
Yeah.
Approximately 10 years ago, I've heard about clinical research and considered how I could get a job in this area. But the first problem was my awful English. And the second, I had no money to learn it. But I repeat it again, I really wanted to be successful. And I decided and went to the bank. I have got a credit and paid for English courses in 1.5 years in advance. And after that, I had no chance. I challenged myself. I had to study English because I understand that to return this credit, I need to receive new job.
Wow. So a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
Yes. And it was not easy. It was a long way. Finally, after 2.5 years, I've got the job of my dream.
Wow.
So it's not a miracle. It's a hard work. So nothing is impossible. All frames, roadblocks only in our mind.
Yeah.
And, I love, maybe you heard very nice conception of two types of motivations. Push motivation and pull motivation. Push motivation is an activity that individual pushes themselves to complete, like an athlete to push themselves to break a personal record. And pull motivation is an activity that an individual feels naturally pulled forward. It's like an art student can't stop painting due to passion of it.
Yeah.
So what kind of motivation do you prefer? Especially for me, Fluency School was pushed motivation. But after that, I continued to learn English with pulled motivation.
That's such a cool analogy. I've never heard that before, and I really like that. And you're right that long term, that pull motivation, it can only happen if you're doing something that you love, that you enjoy, that gives you fulfillment and gives you energy. And I think the push motivation maybe gets us where we want to go in the short term, but we have to have that pull motivation in the long term. I really like that. I'm going to remember that. Really helpful.
And finally, I want to add that you should live now. And you already, everyone already have everything to start. So I think that one thing is important only to decide and to do the first step.
Yeah,
Because I deeply believe that success is waiting for all of us.
I love it. It's such an optimistic point of view. And it's one of the things I enjoy so much about you. And I think it's a huge part of your success is you have that motivation, you have the drive, you make the right choices, you work really hard, and you have such a positive outlook. And it's inspiring. It's inspiring to me, and I know it inspires others in our English classes that we have every week. It inspired others in Fluency School, and I know that with this video, with this interview today, a lot of other people will be inspired as well. So thank you so much, Iryna. I really appreciate your time. I love that you feel more confident and brave and that you were willing to do this interview with me today. It's fantastic. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.